clothes, leave your mama house and come to my house. Let's hit the town, let's hurt the town, baby. You know how we do it. We so crazy. Bonnie and Clyde all the time. You my baby. But let me explain something to you. Yeah, it's coming from the heart for you. You can't fool me, baby, you can't fool me. Never. You can't fool me, baby, you can't fool me. Never. You can't fool me, baby, you can't fool me. Never. You can't fool me, baby, you can't fool me. Listen. Got me smelling my piss. Got me having a fit. Don't know which way to go. I'm knocking on your door. Knock. Got me smelling my piss. Got me having a fit. Don't know which way to go. I'm knocking on your door. What's going on, baby? Why you tripping with me? Tripping like me. Bonnie and Clyde when we running them streets. My lifestyle is original, thugged out criminal. At the age of 16, I learned to pimp a hoe. And when she get caught in the feelings, I break her heart, then I let her go. But now you know I'm a changed man, so I changed my ways just for you. You know my street nigga, that's something I would never do. My mind is made up, I'm giving the streets up. Now, baby boo, what you wanna do? Let's knock the booth in my bedroom while we looking at the full moon. We having good sex, what's playing? Keep sweat. I'm licking her on the neck between the sheets, keeping her pussy wet. Listen, got me smelling my piss. Got me having a fit. Don't know which way to go. I'm knocking on your door. Knock. Got me smelling my piss. Got me having a fit. Don't know which way to go. I'm knocking on your door. Listen, got me smelling my piss. Got me having a fit. Don't know which way to go. I'm knocking on your door. Knock. Got me smelling my piss. Got me having a fit. Don't know which way to go. I'm knocking on your door.
Am I live? Oh, I am live. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's Monday, 9 o'clock. So here I am on my episode 9. I'm trying to act like I wasn't, bro. Episode 9 of this Head of Lettuce podcast, man. This is what we do here. That was my boy Coop, man, from Memphis, Tennessee. That song was supposed to be on Roizzy Volume 1, and I was giving out all my beats to all these beautiful artists, and Coop, man, was by far the hardest to work with out of everybody. He gave me the most trouble, but that wasn't based on anything outside of my man's just being a perfectionist, long story short. But yeah, that was cool, man. Song called She Chose Me. It's one of my favorite beats. I love that song, though it took me forever to get it. But episode 9, man, what's going on with everybody, man? I want to say, well, I want to apologize for whatever happened in episode 8. I don't know how and why that episode was unfortunately chopped up into 2 pieces, but that messed my whole shit up, and I was none too pleased about that. But casualties of podcasting war, I guess, right? It's a lot of stuff going on that I want to talk about, but not so much that it's going to take up too much time this week. But a lot of stuff that's been going on. I was about to do the early cussing, but I'm going to refrain from that at the moment. But a lot of stuff has been going on in this great city in which I reside, Cincinnati, Ohio, for those that don't know. There's a mass shooting in Cincinnati at a nightclub. So there's been 2 mass shootings over the weekend in the United States of America, one in Austin, Texas, and one here in Cincinnati, both with a minimum of 9 people hit. What constitute a mass shooting? I don't know. Apparently 9 or more. But as usual, especially on the social medias, regardless of any social media, that goes to YouTube, Twitter, whatever. When it comes to anything like this, I can't even say, but any type of violence, especially in the city where I live, which is very much a racially divided city. Though there is a bunch of racial equality in my city. It's like Ron said back in the day on see, I'm some people bring references back to Ron is a Jay-Z referencer, right? Ron says, man, it's like Hove said. And I know people that reference Elaine from Seinfeld or just Seinfeld. You know, some people have their points of reference as they go back, like, you know what I'm saying? So Ron's is, there's something that Jay said that Jay-Z said that relates to everything, and some people do that with Seinfeld and stuff like that. I do that with us, with me and the things that we said, and as far as us, me, the Bodie Click, the niggas I grew up rapping with and stuff. So I'm going to refer back to us. So it's like Ron once said about this great city of Cincinnati on a song called was it I Love Being Me on Do It Up? It was on Do It Up, I know that much. He said, yo, in a city full of conservatives and racists, we embrace it, giving the city a facelift. Now, this city is full of a bunch of, I mean, everybody knows that we live in I'm so non-political that I forgot what's red and blue. Red? Red is Republican, right? So, yeah, we live in a red state. We live in a red city. No, we live in a blue city in a red state. But when it comes to any violent crimes, especially those committed by, unfortunately, the African American community, it's a bunch of racial nonsense, and the bigotry and not so underlying hatred amongst people based on simple things like, well, yeah, I don't want to say it's the only thing, but it is the base. Skin color. People hate each other. Now, this may go as a surprise to some people, but I grew up black. Project baby, man. Real hood, nigga. Especially thinking about the way I grew up in comparison to some people I know now. Even my wife and her siblings. Yeah, man. We grew up in a totally different fashion. Growing up in poverty. Shout out to my mama, she did. See, the thing about growing up in poverty back in my day was, do you think I knew we was poor? Do you think I knew that we was in the projects? Do you think I knew that we was I didn't know. It was all of, this is life. It was everything was everything. I mean, everything. I wasn't upset. I wasn't downtrodden about it. But anyway, people tend to show their racial bullshit, for lack of a better term, when it comes to situations like this. Oh, the zookeepers are out. Well, go grab the zookeepers to get to rally up the monkeys, and it's so disappointing. Not to say that type of shit is really effective to me as a person nowadays. Yeah, it was times in my life where If you said nigga around me, or you know what I mean, if you slipped up and said the you know what I mean, I don't even like calling it the N word because I'm black. If you said nigga around me, when you threw a hard ER on that motherfucker, it was over. They're just like Key and Peele said, man. It comes to a certain point, and it I mean, come to a certain point. As a black person, I cannot return to being a black person without, you know what I mean, some type of scrutiny if I let you get away with this. You know what I mean? That was what it was back in the day. And it's just a respect thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You doing this to be disrespectful, right? That's why you saying this shit, right? So I'm about to whoop your ass. But and that's just how it was. And even if I don't win the fight, which I better win the fight because, you know what I mean? But there was a time in my life. Now I'm smarter than that. I'm smart. I understand what you're trying to do. And unless I want to give you the nigga that you trying to bring up out of me, I'm a hold it back. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to go off and smoke. I'm going to calm my wife, tell her to calm me down. And that works more than a lot of things. Trust me. Hearing my wife tell me to calm down and to remind me of the things that I could potentially lose if I was to act every bit of the nigga that you trying to make me act, then yeah. So that works a lot. But the point I'm trying to make here, which I always veer far off of the initial point I'm trying to make, is that it made me think about how there's two different kind of people in every situation. I don't know exactly what happened in that nightclub situation, but from what I hear, my man's got jumped and came back shooting shit up. There are two type of people out there. There's the type of people that get jumped and come back shooting up the club, and there's the type of people that get jumped and realize that this ain't what the fuck I should be doing no more, and maybe I should stay where the fuck I need to be at. Like, you know what I mean? It's like glass half full, glass half empty people. You got Beatles people and you got Elvis people. You got Magneto and Charles Xavier. You got Malcolm and Martin X. You know what I'm saying? There's two different types of people in every situation. And in that situation, I would say the difference is you got be safe and you got stay dangerous. All right? I remember when it started transitioning over to stay dangerous. I remember I was still outside in them days. We used to, in departure with your friends or whatever, it used to be safe. We used to get a dap, get a five, hug. All right, my nigga, be safe. Then I don't remember when. I'm gonna say around 2009, 2010ish, maybe even 2011. People started sneaking in, stay dangerous, because the murder rate was rising. Females started carrying guns a lot more around then. And this is just in hood situations. I can't speak for anywhere else or any type of other culture that I don't live in or experience. But I'm a stay safe person. For not only am I not a street nigga, I am no longer in the streets or trying to portray or to pursue hood fame or street cred or any of that type of tomfoolery. I'll say it tomfoolery when it counts. Oh, what have I become, mama? Well, yeah, man, I'm a civilian now, man. And I don't mind. I actually, isn't that the goal? Or maybe I was living in a different bubble to where it was always the point to escape your current situation when you're in a down bad situation. It's to, you know, crawl out the bullshit and to greener pastures. And why would I want to? I don't get it. But there was also a time I never wanted to leave the hood. But I'm a stay safe or be safe person. I want you to be safe. I want you to stay dangerous. Stay dangerous means that somebody has the potential to die. No. It ain't gotta be you. It can be the other person. Well, who? Why? Why we gotta be dangerous? No, I'm dangerous when threatened. I'm dangerous when my family is threatened, or you know what I'm saying, or something happens that shouldn't happen to my loved ones, you know what I mean, or me. I'm not dangerous all the time. That's not safe, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy to always be on 10. It's not healthy to always be afraid. All these things are really, and I'm not saying that like on some old trying to, the older I get, the more I realize and learn, not just realize, I learn that the body is a wonderful thing, and the amount of people that don't realize the connection to mind and body. They say mind, body, and soul, right? The soul part is not really relevant in this conversation. The mind and the body are connected. So what you think and what you speak all has an effect on your internal makeup. You know what I mean? So I try to speak positively. I try to think positively. And being dangerous, being overly aggressive at all times, just mad and screw faced, and I enjoy a nice blue sky, and I'm a peaceful nigga, man. I swear, it's such a wonderful life. Not having to worry about anything. And I'm not saying anything, but anything from a person that's trying to. I don't fear man trying to harm me. I don't fear any nigga. First of all, but I don't fear. Like, I don't step outside and tits like, at one point in time in my life I had to. Like, I was like, all right, get ready because you're going outside. Now I'm like, yay. It's different. It's different. And I would hope that everybody would want that. But racial tensions in my city separate people. But the shooting shit makes. I'm not about to get too far into it, but I just don't want to. I just don't like how things like this bring out the ugliness that is buried underneath in the city that seems to be swept under the rug during the Bengals season. 'Cause I swear, man, like when the Bengals is winning, the relationships in the city are at their best. At their best. It was the best time in the city when the Bengals went to the Super Bowl. It was the most peaceful time and the most happiest time I've ever experienced in my many years in this beautiful city. But not only that does it bring the ugliness out, but it makes me think about the two types of people there are out here in this world. The stay dangerous and the be safers. Yeah, so I hope y'all be safe. Everybody, be safe. Makes me proud of my daughters, especially my eldest, who is old enough to be club hopping. You know, when I was 18, 19, 20, my daughter would be, she'll be 20 this year. That's fucking crazy. My daughter will be 20 this year. That is insanity in a couple of months. That is insane. But anyway, I have a 20-year-old child. Oh, man. Well, it makes me proud of my daughters. Or I'm proud of my wife and I as parents. Mainly my wife, because I ain't going to discredit myself or downplay my importance in this situation, because me being a father, I'm sure plays a major role. Not to say that every girl that has a father doesn't go to the club or nothing, but my daughter ain't never even thought about it. Never even expressed a desire to. She ain't never said, "What was the club like, Dad?" or nothing like that. That means nothing to her. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud that she ain't out here trying to be seen or listen to loud ass music in a dark ass room with a bunch of strangers. Excuse me. So shout out to my beautiful baby and my wife for holding it down and making sure that my baby. And that was the main thing with me when I wanted daughters. When I was young, I was watching the deterioration of the lady. Not, and I mean, this was before womanhood went downhill. But I was watching the lady go away. And I said, I want to raise some ladies, some respectable ladies. And I wanted 3 daughters, 3 light-skinned daughters at that. I even made it very specific. And I married a dark-skinned woman and got 1 dark-skinned daughter and 2 caramel girls. I ain't gonna say they light-skinned, but they get it from their grandparents, who are of the fairer skin. For my mother is light, and my wife's dad is light. But I'm also watching, and this is something I don't know what's going on in the world today. This is why OGs are respected by me. When I was growing up, what happened to this? Remember, I don't know if anybody remembers this. When people used to ask, so who you voting for? And they'd be like, that's none of your business. And that was the end of the conversation. What happened to that? Like everybody needs to know what everybody's political stance is. And one thing that I've always, well, I ain't gonna say always, because I learned. And once I learned, I applied. And from that day forth, I have never discussed. I ain't gonna say never, but I try and I make it a point to not discuss these things amongst my friends and the people I love. That is political stances or views, religion, race, and relationships. All right? It's the P3 aura. All right? Politics, race, religion, relationships. All these things lead to separation amongst the people that you love. And it makes you, and it's like, it's stupid because what makes that person all of a sudden any less of the person that they was before you found out that they had this political view, or they didn't think this highly of this race, or they're not committed in their relationship as you are in yours, or they serve a different God than you. I deal with people that have different outlooks with me, but different outlooks than me in every aspect of what I just said: politics, race, religion, and relationships. I deal with people that have racial views on people that I fuck with. And it's not a black and white is too simple. And I deal with some white people who I know don't have the most positive outlook on black people, and vice versa. I know some niggas that hate white people. And I've experienced too much in life to have these things be a hindrance in my life in any way, shape, or form. So rather than lose friendships that I've had for a lifetime, or stop talking to family members, which seems to be happening nowadays. And I've seen people say stuff like online, if you, let's say Donald Trump, for instance. This is a easy one, right? If you fuck with Trump, you don't fuck with me ever again. What? 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 This motherfucker gonna be in office for a couple of years, bro. Come the fuck on, man. If he survives, man, come on. And everybody, like, even when did I ain't gonna say, I think it started with Obama. Because before Obama, who was it, Bush? Yeah. Before Obama, nobody was talking about something, I'm voting for this, or I'm a Republican. It didn't matter. Nobody gave a fuck. So, Republican, Democrat, all these things. I'm watching people between ICE, all the bombings and shit, and the potential for World War III, or our president, it's so much shit. This is why I stay off the. I stay off the internet, and I don't watch the news. Sometimes ignorance truly is bliss. Because what's gonna change if I know what I'm gonna do? Huh? What I'm gonna do? So ain't no point in putting that stress on my. I already got heart palpitations, and I have the least amount of gray hairs amongst anybody I know, my age or younger. And I plan on keeping it that way because I live I ain't gonna say a stress-free life because that's impossible. I have plenty of stresses in my life, but as the Great Serenity Prayer goes, which is my favorite prayer in the world, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the motherfucking difference. Pardon me to put the MF inside of a prayer. I apologize for that. Who in the dummy? But the Serenity Prayer is my favorite prayer because it makes me think about all these things. And I know that I cannot change people's mind. And I'm wise enough to know not to even attempt to. So and that's just how it goes when it comes to the P3 aura, which is politics, race, religion, and relationships. Those things should still remain personal. And that's just my opinion. And to all of the young people out there, which I know y'all ain't listening to me, but if you are, just so happen to be a young person and you're listening to me, keep those things private, okay? Some things are meant to stay private. Privacy is golden. And be safe. Man, I've been working all fucking week, bro. I've been working. Today ends my 8-day stretch of work for me, like 8 straight days of working. And usually when I work on Mondays, I'm supposed to be off on Monday, which is why I schedule my podcast for Monday. It gives me plenty of time throughout the week to prepare. It gives me all of Monday to, you know what I'm saying, prep for the show, be it mentally, smokily, or, you know what I mean, in preparation, being writing and studying and, you know what I mean, researching for whatever I may be doing the topic on the week or this week, whatever week it may be. But I've been working all week. I've been tired. I ain't even have nothing to talk about. So much shit been going on. So I just figured I would just talk about what's been going on in the city and life and the things that's been running on throughout the head of lettuce. Yeah, man. So I hope y'all enjoyed this week. In a few weeks, man, I might, man, because I don't know if I will, but I might expedite. No, I ain't. No. Episode 12 is the Baby Monk episode, y'all. So be prepared. I'm promoing it early. We on episode 9, so we got 10 and 11 to do before I get Monk up here and I have my Baby Monk episode, man. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward, first of all, to seeing my brother, who I ain't seen in a couple months. I'm looking forward to seeing my brother, man. And I'm looking forward to having to talk to him, man, and y'all being there for that too. Also, I promise a upcoming weekly show, because I'm trying to grow the network, right? I mean, Head of Letters podcast, all good, but since I got this channel, I might as well try to expand the network a little bit with a few more shows, right? So I got something on my mind, and it's called it's a little 20. It's gonna be like a 15-20 minute segment that I do it with R. Ronald O'Neal, R.A.N. It's gonna be called Lyrics I Hate with Ron, right? It's gonna talk about lyrics that grind my gears, and we'll be discussing those, whatever I may have heard, song I've heard from the past, present. You know what I'm saying? That I'm like, all right, that lyric, because I got millions. I got a lot of lyrics on my mind right now, but I'm going to save it for the show. So be on the lookout for that, y'all. We're probably going to do those on Wednesdays, maybe Thursday. Maybe it's going to be one of them days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll figure it out. But one of them 3 days about the middle of the week so we can keep this shit going, right? So Lyrics I Hate with Ron. Be on the lookout for that. And like I said, the Monk episode is coming up, episode 12. So also be on the lookout for that. And yeah, man. Like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. It's very ill prepared as usual, but next week I am off and I will be prepared. I'm gonna have something in the tuck that, I mean, I can properly present to you on next week. So we're gonna leave out this week with a great song. I ain't showcased my nigga Slee too much since we've been playing these songs. So I done got songs from Infamous B. I did some beats by Rock, Ron. We got Deuce up in here. Even some classic Brody Click songs. We gonna do my nigga Slee, man. This is Fuck's Next Tale. This is produced by me. And I will see y'all next week, man. Head of Letters Podcast. I love y'all, man. And I'll let y'all the next time.
Roll busy for you hoes.
Bro may lace the beat so you know sleazy, he go nuts.
Fuck next to pull up to the trail, make my shit chirp. See the blue red lights to the gas floor, ain't no get blurb. Y'all the type niggas who detective work. We the type niggas put bikes on shirts. Sippin' on lean, that shit make me burp. I'm off for the Zen, I might crush the verb. I gotta get dope, even if that man pullin' kick dose. Gotta keep click on me. Try me, then it's alright. Niggas be flexing like they puttin' work in, but I know they purping for certain. Not only is you a purping person, you on my face tryna perp off in person. Fake ass Gucci bag, bitch, just say DD. What you tryna perp off in purses? Say smoking 93, nah, that's 87, but I got some sign you can purchase. Want a made bag just to close the curtain. Osama been boppin', bitch, where's the turban? Stick in the bushes, got my youngest lurking. Apply that pressure, these niggas get nervous. Off the lane, I'm slurring. Off the zone, I'm swerving. Picked up at my man, but KID, bitch, I'm still serving. Feel like B.I.G. I got flow and I got wordplay. Call me Rick Ross. We got bricks and we bout gunplay. Told the bitch all she gotta do is say yes, I know about fluidry. You call your friends, I call my friends, let's have a orgy. Fuck next to pull up to the trail, don't make my shit chirp. See the blue red lights to the gas floor, ain't no get blurb. Y'all the type niggas who detective work. We the type niggas put bikes on shirts. Sippin' on lean, that shit make me burp. I'm off for the Zen, I might crush the verb. I gotta get dope, even if that man pullin' kick dose. Gotta keep click on me. Try me, then it's R.I.P. Ain't so good, got them J's in the line. Cut it 3 times, still hit like a 9. Don't pull up on time, I charge you a fine. Drop the slab in a kitty nasty and poker drop the 8 of that lean and lemon lime, it look like wine. You got a crowd for you walk, it's taking time, but I'm still fine. 40 smack a nigga head broad day. These hoes play like Broadway. 40 get a singing like Broadway. Little pussy smell like sawdays. We finish and start things. We don't do no arguing. The way that my phone ping, I think I want a foreign. Hold up, bigger that we didn't go roll up. I'm sipping drink till I throw up. I'm pulling deuces and more, go nuts. I'm in the whip doing donuts. She got that dick, then she go nuts. She give me throat till she throw up. Bitch, I got my dough up. Riding with my dough up. Passenger, my ex-best friend, she see us, she go throw up. Romaine lace the beat, so you know Sleazy, he go nuts. Fuck next to pull up to the trail, don't make my shit chirp. See the blue red lights to the gas floor, ain't no get blurb. Y'all that tight niggas who detective work. We the tight niggas put racks on shirts. Sippin' on lean, that shit made me burp. I'm out for the Zen, I might crush the verb. I gotta get dope. Even if that man pullin' kick dose, gotta keep click on me. Try me, then it's alright.